welcome to our first Camino Trivia video. We thought this would be a fun way for folks who have done a Camino to test their knowledge and for people who are planning their Camino to learn a little bit and think about what they might want to see along the way. One of the things we really enjoyed about our way was learning about the miracles and saints related to the Camino Frances, so that'll be our first theme. We've posted a link to our blog where you can take the quiz online. We also have a link to a map showing the locations mentioned in the quiz. Before I start, I have a couple of small housekeeping tasks. First, my Spanish skills are, let's say, evolving. If I got something wrong, please let me know in the comments. Likewise, the answers we have are based on what we learned on our Camino, combined with a little internet-based research. Again, if we got it wrong, please comment and we will make it right. I hope you enjoy this quiz. Let's get started. Question 1. Which apostle is the patron saint of the Camino de Santiago and whose remains are entombed in Santiago de Compostela? A. Peter, B. Matthew, C. James the Greater, or D. James the Lesser? The answer is C. St. James the Greater. St. James, also known as Santiago in Spanish, is the central figure and patron saint of the Camino de Santiago. Legend has it that after St. James was martyred in Jerusalem, his disciples transported his body by sea to the Iberian Peninsula. Following a miraculous journey guided by a star, they reached the Galician coast and buried him in what is now Santiago de Compostela. Over the centuries, this site became one of the most revered pilgrimage destinations in the Christian world. Question 2. Santo Domingo de la Calzada is known for his legendary assistance to pilgrims. What type of bird is associated with a miracle attributed to him in the town of Santo Domingo de la Calzada? A. Goose, B. Chicken, C. Hawk, or D. Peacock? The answer is B, chicken. Here's the story. A young pilgrim wrongly accused of theft was miraculously saved from hanging while in the presence of Santo Domingo. When the judge and other authorities were dining on a roasted chicken, the pilgrim declared that just as surely as the chicken was alive and would fly, he was innocent. Just as he made this statement, the roasted chicken came to life, flapped its wings, and flew off the table. In awe of this miraculous event, the judge and authorities quickly realized the young pilgrim's innocence and released him. To this day, live chickens, descendants of the original chickens, are kept in a coop in the Santo Domingo de la Calzada Cathedral, and chicken imagery is common on this stretch of the Camino. Question 3. What town along the Camino Frances was the site of a Eucharistic miracle? A. O Sobrero, B. Sahayun, C. Triacastela, or D. Framista? The answer is A. O Sobrero. In this village, in 1300, a priest doubted the real presence of Christ in the Eucharist. During Mass at the Santa Maria la Real Church, as he pronounced the words of the consecration, the bread and the wine miraculously turned into the literal body and blood of Christ. If you visit the church today, you can see the gold and silver chalice and stone altar associated with this miracle. Dating back to 836, Santa Maria la Real is one of the oldest churches on the Camino. Question 4. What animal is typically depicted with San Roque? A. Dog, B. Serpent, C. Lamb, or D. Lion? The answer is A. Dog. According to legend, when San Roque fell ill with the plague, he withdrew to the forest to die in solitude. There, a dog found him, brought him food, and licked his sores, which helped heal his wounds. The dog became his companion and aided him in caring for the sick. In addition to the dog, San Roque is almost always shown lifting his tunic to show the sore on his thigh. One of our favorite saints to run into along the Camino. Question 5. What significant role did San Juan de Ortega play in the Camino Frances? A. He marked the path with arrows, making it easier for pilgrims to find their way. B. He located the remains of St. James the Greater. C. He built roads and bridges along the Camino. Or D. He was the first person to map the Camino Frances. The answer is C. He built roads and bridges along the Camino. San Juan de Ortega was a 12th century Spanish saint and architect who dedicated himself to improving the conditions for pilgrims on the Camino de Santiago. He is renowned for constructing bridges and roads to help pilgrims through challenging terrain. He also built a hospice for pilgrims and founded the monastery of San Juan de Ortega. Question 6. What town on the Camino Frances is associated with visions of Mary helping pilgrims find their way? A. Estella, B. Palas de Rey, C. Sahayun, or D. Puente de la Reina. The answer is C. Sahayun. In this legend, a group of pilgrims arrived in Sahayun and faced a dangerous bridge known as the Puente de Canto. Worried about their safety, they prayed for guidance, and the Virgin Mary appeared to them, accompanied by angels. Mary assured the pilgrims that it was safe to cross the bridge and guided them to safety. This Mary is honored at the Santuario Virgen de la Peregrino, where you can also pick up your halfway certificate if you started your Camino in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port. Question 7. What saint, who is often depicted sharing his cloak and is known for his spirit of compassion, selflessness, and hospitality, has a Romanesque church in his name in the village of Framista? A. St. Martin de Tours, B. St. Ignatius of Loyola, C. San Juan de Ortega, or D. St. Francis of Assisi. The answer is A. St. Martin de Tours. St. Martin de Tours is honored at the Church of San Martin in Framista. This Romanesque gem, dating back to the 11th century, is renowned for its architectural beauty and historical significance. St. Martin's legacy of helping others aligns with the spirit of the pilgrimage. Question 8. Who is the patron saint of the traditional starting point of the Camino Frances? A. St. James the Greater, B. John the Baptist, C. St. Roque, or D. St. Miguel. The answer is B. John the Baptist. St. John the Baptist is the patron saint of Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port in France, the traditional starting point for the Camino Frances. The name combines the patron saint and the town's geography. Sitting at the base of the Pyrenees Mountains, Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port can be translated to St. John at the foot of the pass. Question 9. According to legend, a bright star guided the disciples of St. James to where his remains were to be buried. What is the name given to this guiding star? A. Lucero, B. Estrella, C. Galicia, or D. Compostela. The answer is D. Compostela. According to one legend, a bright star known as the Compostela star, or guiding star, appeared in the night sky to guide the disciples of St. James during their voyage to Galicia, Spain, where they intended to bury his remains. The star's celestial light illuminated their path and guided them to the region that would later become Santiago de Compostela, where St. James relics were interred. Question 10. What archangel, seen as a guide and companion to those in need, is honored with a statue in the Burgos Cathedral wearing the attributes of a pilgrim? Hint, in this statue he is holding a fish. A. Michael, B. Gabriel, C. Raphael, or D. Jophiel? The answer is C. St. Raphael the Archangel. St. Raphael is often associated with pilgrimages because of his role as a guide and protector of travelers. In Catholic tradition, St. Raphael is considered one of the archangels who serves as messengers and protectors of God's people. He's specifically known as the patron of travelers or the patron of pilgrims. St. Raphael is often shown holding a fish in Christian art to symbolize his role as a healer and guide. The fish's oil was believed to have healing properties, and it reflects his role in guiding Tobias on a journey in the Book of Tobit. We've come to the end of our quiz. Thanks so much for watching, and buen camino.